I have mods. It is just a sword mod, but it is better. Chase is not playing, but there are a bunch of OP swords. Other than the cactus sword, it damages you.
And for this one, we need to use
When
a
you just
greater
hold
than.
it,
It's
it's basically thorns, but you don't even attack anything, and it makes you get damage. So, yeah, let's go.
So if
By the way,
what
this is the next
is
part.
greater than what? So yeah, I want to go back to sprites. Again, we're dealing with the fruit scale. So we got a sprite dot scale. So
I was testing out the Iron Man mod today. That y'all saw, but it didn't work.
If the sprite,
yeah, didn't work.
So the fruit dot scale is greater than 2. Alright, so we're gonna put 2 in this. Then basically that's what it's saying.
Waiting for it to load.
Alright, so we're gonna grab the set animation block. Sprite dot set animation. We're gonna use that block. Again, we don't have a variable name sprite, so the variable name is sprite. And then we're going to click on the arrow next to animation, and we're going to select the pair option.
Here are some of the names.
All right, so let's take a look at what we did.
Coal sword, creeper sword.
The direction says we want the animation to change when the fruit scale is greater than 2. So that's what we did. If the fruit scale is greater than 2, then we're gonna set the fruit scale animation.
I'm gonna try to get a coal sword.
Alright, then once we run it, as it gets bigger, once it turns true, it'll change to a pair.
Coal.
Alright, so once the scale reaches 2 and greater, or well, greater than 2.1.
Alright guys, it's peaceful mode. I forget, not peaceful mode.
Again, put enough X's on. Look at the instructions. Look at the directions.
It's already changed, right?
Follow those instructions and directions. Sometimes they're transparent. Sometimes
okay. It is changed.
Thinking back to what you've already done and applying those methods. Alright, so
wait, now I can get some.
That was the end of number 7.
I can get some bones. I'm gonna get some bones to take that down.
Alright, how about number 8? 8A, Boolean expression.
Creeper.
Alright.
And there's a witch. Nope, it's not big. Skeletons. Bones. No bones.
Alright, so it says change the sprite property so that all of the Boolean expressions be true. Alright, so this one here is really not going to get any type of animations here. We're going to make some changes. So once we run the program over here on the left, Alright, so what we want to do is we want to make these Boolean expressions true. All right, so it says do this. Can you modify the values of the price of property so each of the Boolean expressions value is true? All right, read through the entire program, see how Sprite 1 and Sprite 2 will be used, created in a property or compared. For each Boolean expression, identify Sprite's property to be compared. The code in the first 11 lines only, so that each of the console log statements are true. All right, so it says the first 11 lines.
Skeletons.
Like math.
Horrible trades.
All right, right here it says in comparison 1. All right, we're looking at line 4. It says Sprite X, Sprite 2.x needs to equal Sprite 2.y. All right, so
I'm done.
I'm looking at Sprite number 2. Sprite 2.x. All right, so Sprite 2.x, here's Sprite 2, x is 300. It needs to equal or be the same as Sprite 2y. Sprite 2y.
I'm done.
Sprite 2x is 300.
You?
So I need to make it where both of those are true. So I can either make x 200 or I can make y 300. So I'm just going to make y 300. Either way, make it true. So Sprite x, Sprite 2x, and Sprite 2y needs to be the same number, which I changed both to 300. All right, so I'm going to reset. Then I'm going to run it. And here, it says my comparison is now true. So comparison 2, 3, 4, and 5 is still false. So I need to fix those. But also notice that animation also moves as well whenever I make those changes. So comparison number 2, it says that the Sprite 2 rotation less than 40. All right, so I'm looking right here. Line number 10 it says Sprite 2 dot rotation. Right now is 60. Here it needs to be less than 40. All right, so I can choose any number less than 60. I mean, less than 40, excuse me. So any number 39, between 39 and 1 is what? So I type in 30. All right, once I type in 30, I'm going to reset. I'm going to run it. You can see now it says comparison number 2, we now made it true.
Yeah, that happens.
All right, so you can change line number 10 where it says Sprite dot rotation. Sprite 2 dot rotation it says equals 60 originally. Should be a number less than 40.
Guys,
Look at line number 10.
I have so much grass.
Is it less than 6, less than 40?
Yeah. Oh.
Grass.
You gotta change the number. So you can change it.
Too good.
Okay, then you run it. It's still saying false on comparison 2. Comparison 2 is now done, so comparison 3. is sprite 1 dot scale is equal to sprite 2 dot scale. Okay? So right now, sprite 1 scale is 1.5. Sprite 2 scale is 0.5. I can even change sprite 1 scale to 0.5 or sprite 2 scale to 1.5. It doesn't matter which one we change, but they both need to be the same. So I'm gonna change it, I'm gonna make it larger. So I'm gonna change sprite 2 scale to 1.5. Now it's the same as sprite 1 scale to 1.5. Now once I run it, the results also notice that they both around the same size, so I'm gonna change the scale size.
I'll just cut that out of the video.
Alright, number 4 says we're going to compare, say that sprite 1x is greater than 150. Alright, let's look at sprite 1.
Wait for it to load.
Sprite 1.
Waiting for it to load, guys.
Is 100. It needs to be greater than 150. So any number between 151 and 400 will work. So let me change this one. I'm just going to change it. I'm going to go too crazy with it. You need to select this one and run it. Now that condition is true. So what happened, my animation from sprite 1, which is the apple, it moved to the right. Alright, then the last one. Comparison number 5. It says that my sprite 2.y needs to be less than 200. Alright, so sprite 2, the y variable, or excuse me, y parameter is at 300. It needs to be less than 200. So any number between 1 and 199 would work. Sprite 2y. I just put in.
Yeah, you can put some killing fish, tropical fish. I
So
forgot.
I'm gonna check it to see if it's true. It is. And that's what we did on that particular assignment. It's just to make each one of those comparisons true.
I need that water sword.
Alright, so they all started off false.
Because the water sword you can breathe underwater.
Now yours may look a little
That'll
different
be
than the
OP
values
for
you chose.
water
If you chose
supply.
different numbers that I chose, then of course it's supposed to look different. If you chose the same numbers that I used, then it should look just like this one.
Let's do that.
Alright, moving on to number 9. I mean, no, B. I'm sorry, B.
The sword, there's a water sword.
Drop soup.
Sea sword.
Alright, so it said the soup should spill out of the bowl when it turns upside down. Do this. Run the program tonight first. Then it says add a condition that detects when the bowl is upside down and set the sprite's animation to the bowl. Alright, so the bowl turns, but the soup never drops out. Okay? So, since we're using conditionals, we're going to use an if statement. So we're going to select control.
I'm going to try to get.
And we need an if statement inside here. Alright, so again, anytime we use an if statement, more likely we're going to use a Boolean expression. And we need we're going to use a greater than block. Okay. So if sprite rotation
probably good enough.
is greater than some number, then we want to set an animation.
I'm gonna take Jason's bed.
Just empty mode. Alright, so what's going to be easy is to set the animation, or to set the sprite animation.
Got the ice.
So let's go ahead and click on the arrow next to animation.
Create an ice path across the water, but I don't.
Yeah, because right now the set animation is there. So we're going to set the animation to bold.
Yeah, let's go back.
Which means we got to change our sprite name to bold also, right? Or is it soup? Excuse me, soup, not bold. Soup. All right, so the last part of this, we need to know when the bowl is upside down, so that way the soup will drop out. We know a circle is 100 and 360 degrees, right? So if it makes a half a revolution,
180.
180, all right? That means it's upside down. All right, it don't have to be a 180 exactly. It could be a 160, right? Because once that bowl turned at a 45-degree angle, stuff won't fall out, right? So any angle greater than 90 should work. So we're gonna put in 180 just to make it completely upside down. And now let's try it. Yay! It worked. It worked. All right.
Where are all the mobs?
All right, so look, conditionals, I get it. It's not an easy thing to grasp. You see how many times I've done these, right? Just try to understand it and get used to it more than anything. So it's a work
Let's
in
go
progress.
exploring, guys.
But the thing of it is, the more I do it, man, the better it gets. All right, this alien celebration. I had time with that one too. See if I can remember how to do this one. Practice. All right, so let the alien dance when the spaceship reaches the top of the screen. Do this. Run the program and see how it works.
Fish.
Add a condition. All right, so anytime it says add a condition, that's key for use an if statement. All right, it takes when the spaceship is in the sky and set the sprite's animation to alien dance. All right, right now the alien is not dancing once the spaceship reaches the sky. All right, so it may take a couple of attempts to get this right. It took me a bunch of attempts. I got it right. First, I got it right. All right, so we're going to use conditions. So we'll go to control and grab a gift block. And then, anytime we use this statement,
A bunch of materials, guys.
Oh, when the spaceship reaches the sky, starting at 400 and going to 0, we got to remember, is it going to be are we going to use a greater than operator or less than? kind of depends on how you want to use it, right? I'm gonna use a less than block in comparison to this question. So when information is given, we need to know when the spaceship has reached a certain point, right? All right, so and I know that it's going up and not left or right, so I know I'm going to use a dot y statement or dot y sprite, right? Sprite dot y going up. So the sprite dot y is less than. Now we got to pick a spot on the y grid, and I use my I actually use this grid to kind of help me solve this. What part of the, let me back up. Back up.
Okay.
I guess we can use y in this one. Why can't we use x also? I think we can use either or. Because if it crosses an x value, then it can change to a certain y value condition, it'll change. Right? One thing we can do is so if the y value is less than, let's say 100, all right, so that's what 100 is for y. Yes. Then we want to set our animation to alien dance. So we get set animation.
What the balls? What the balls?
Alien dance.
Okay, guys. Well, guess